Hello everyone, welcome to CyberScoop TV. Greg Otto, your managing editor here. We're coming to you from the Andrew Mellon Auditorium for CyberTalks, and I'm talking with John Felker, the director of DHS NCCIC. John, thanks for joining us today.
A pleasure to be here, thanks.
So 2017 in both the public and private sector was another banner year for hacks. How do we get to the point where 2018 isn't a repeat of 2017?
There's a lot of normal things that we talk about all the time. Do good cyber hygiene, pay attention to what's going on in the world, participate with us in information sharing so we can share with you what we know to help you be better cyber defenders. Almost by definition, the volume of cyber attacks has been increasing because the barrier to entry has gone down. It's cheap. You know, the bad guys can get on a computer, they can buy it for $50 and off you go. Right.
So with that being said, you know, so much of what we hear about with these breaches is organizations being reactive. How do we get organizations to be proactive in their cybersecurity posture?
Yeah, it goes back to what I said at the start. You know, you have to have good cyber hygiene. That's basic blocking and tackling. I think one of the ways to be proactive is to really understand the intelligence that surrounds the cyberspace, what's going on. You need to understand what your risk is, where your vulnerabilities are. One of the things that we're trying to do in the NCCIC is to grow our data and then learn from that mountain of data. We think that we'll be able to be proactive by understanding what's going on, by looking at trending. And we may not be able to stop it in one place, but once we understand what's going on and we get a cue, we'll be able to stop it in another place. And then the ideal thing would be for us to have some really great intelligence that matches up with the data that we hold, and then try to have some really smart people think about how do we stop this before it gets started.
So the human element of this is also another big part, and we always talk about how there's just been a great cybersecurity workforce shortage. How do we get people more involved in cybersecurity in order to close the gap there?
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion about STEM education and getting kids involved early. In the NCCIC, we participate in a couple of different events where we have kids come in. One big one is called Cyberthon that we run at our site down in Pensacola, Florida, where we bring kids in and we do it's a day and a half capture the flag event. The kids all get fired up. They get to play against each other in teams, and it's a couple of different categories. We had this year middle school kids, high school kids, and then we had college kids, and so they were in 3 different categories. But having events like that, starting with good STEM education and getting kids involved in doing cyber and understanding cyber risk when they start using the phone, I think is important.
So finally, look, everything that we deal with here has been so negative lately with cybersecurity. What's something that is positive that should move to the forefront, or something people should be cognizant of?
As much as everybody talks about the dearth of cybersecurity talent, I think it's starting to be recognized that this is a field that isn't going to go away, and we're starting to get more younger folks involved in it. They're understanding. Certainly the millennials have a different view of, for example, on privacy, but we're starting to get more folks involved in it, and so I think, you know, there may not be a light at the end of the tunnel that's very close from a workforce perspective, but I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a ways out there, and we still have a lot of work to do to get there, but that's a positive thing in my mind.
Great. John, appreciate your insight. Thanks for sharing with us.
My pleasure.
Today.
Yep.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more on cybersecurity, check out cyberscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.